Hello everyone and welcome back to Farm Simulator 22. We're back here on No Man's Land with Grober Games. As you see, we're still in the month of September. Like I said, we're going to try to get some other jobs knocked out before we call it a month. We've got quite a few busy months ahead of us. I got getting the silage here to going for us. So while that's going, we're going to hop into this Kubota and we're going to finally put this thing through the ringer. We're going to hook it up to the chisel plow here. And I think it's gonna handle it a lot better than 1086, obviously, because we got at least like 40 more horsepower. This tractor just seems kind of massive for this little plow, but I know I talked a while back about picking up another plow, and that's still on my mind here yet. We are definitely gonna be doing that, especially since we got a lot more ground we're gonna be working up now. I'm even thinking about picking up a second cultivator and running 2 tractors on cultivation or at some point through the series. But right now, we're just going to focus on getting this all done here. Our crew's set. But as soon as... Oh, wrong button. Gosh, this thing just sounds so quiet to me. But right now, we're going to focus on getting this field all said and done. And while we're doing this, we're going to finish getting all the silage that we have fermented moved into the BGA to collect some money there as well. And after that, I plan to get someone out here to soil sample this tonight yet. And we're going to try and lime this yet. And then we're going to have a helper take over doing that other field for us while we're liming. So we got quite a bit of work ahead of us, especially with next month being corn harvest time. At least, yeah, I think we should be able to harvest corn next month. I'll have to double check that again. I'm almost certain it's about that time. Yeah, it'll be time for us to start harvesting corn, and the month after that we'll have soybeans to do. And I'm trying to... What would be really nice... Nothing really for sale on the market that's interested in us. What would be really nice for us is if we could get enough money saved up to buy that grain trailer, that Mack grain truck and such. Like I said, I still plan to keep our... whatchamacallit? Our gravity wagons. Oh. And I still plan for us to invest into GPS on 2 tractors. Basically this one. Oh geez, I keep screwing up here. GPS on this Kubota, and we're gonna finally get GPS on the deer. So that way when we start side dressing next season, we'll be set there. And we'll be able to keep within the lines of the planner and such when we're doing all that stuff. So that's almost, I want to say, $130,000 worth of investment. Then we got probably at least 200 plus, I'm guessing, for a combine as of right now. I haven't fully decided what one we're going for yet, but we're probably more than likely going to go for one where we can get an 8-row head so we can make sure we can knock out all this corn in a timely manner. And the other thing that's on my mind of investments for us is the slurry extension for the dairy. I don't know what one we're going to go for yet for sure. Like I said, I got to do a little experimentation with it to see and figure out exactly how much, or not exactly, figure out which one is going to be compatible with the JMF tie stall mod, because I honestly don't know. That's one thing I never did experiment with, and I honestly did not think about when I was messing around with the mod and did my tutorial on it. So one of the little things I forgot to do, which is not the end of the world here, but we'll get it all figured out here shortly. But I don't think we have too much else that I want to get done this month. Next month, I'd like to get the duals on the white and start incorporating slurry and or start incorporating slurry into our previous oat grounds. Because I think we're going to put all the ground we had as oats last year into corn. And I think we're going to do corn silage at those 2 little fields. And I think for hay ground, I'm thinking of doing that one big piece down there. Because next year, I don't think we're going to invest into another piece, expand again. I think we're going to hold off. And we're going to finally, well, for obvious reasons, we're going to get all the new combine bought. I want to get the furniture production facility up, and I also need to get that BGA completely done. And by completely done I mean by like modeling of how I want it to be and such for how I want it to look, because we've left that kind of bare for the last 2 years. It'll be 2 years now. So we need to get that finished and squared away as well. So we got quite a bit of money investment to do yet, that I think we can hold off expanding another piece of ground for a little bit. But I think with these 2 massive fields, we'll be more than busy enough. But like I said, I think we're going to put that bean field that's just south. No, it's going to be west of us right now. Just west of us. I think we're going to put that into a grass field. And we can do we'll probably do our first cutting of grass into silage for the BGA, and then we'll do our second cutting for hay bales, and then we'll do our third cutting into silage again, because I think that's all we'll have time for, to be honest with you. So we'll probably try to get that all sown this fall yet, and I think that's where we're at for this series so far. We're gonna jump into the time lapse here. We're gonna try to get this knocked out. The other thing, I guess, before I jump into the time lapse, I would like to get done today is to get over to the sawmill and at least get 1 or 2 trees down before it gets too dark. But we'll see what happens. But we'll jump into the time lapse here finally, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
There's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street. Said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious. Your friends have told me just to give you time. Weekends are passing by like everything is fine. I know this is so delusional. I have lost my grip, but I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street. Said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? If I know that it's gonna end.
All right, everyone, we're getting to the point where we're going to wrap this episode up. It's getting late at night. It's supposed to rain, and it's really dark out already. And we're already pretty far ahead of the curve. We got all the fields that we wanted lime. I may have overdone it with lime, but it looks like most of these fields could use a little bit. So we'll definitely be liming some of those fields up as well. I should tidy up the yard a little bit before next episode, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see what becomes of it. But I was thinking, I'll tell you my thought process here after we get up to the yard. We're gonna keep this tractor on the chisel plow for now because there's no reason to take it off, especially since we got more chisel plowing ahead of us. But I am liking this M8. It's just a sharp looking little tractor, and it's got the power we need for the farm. Let's see, where's the truck? There we go. So what I was thinking here, I can't believe I always forget that the lime bags come in 2,000 liters instead of 1,000, so that's why I bought so much to begin with. So I was thinking here that we got this kind of sort of flat spot at the top of this hill here. We might take a few of these trees out. Not super flat, but I think we'll level it out. Move some dirt in and such and level it out. That we might put up a little storage shed here to kind of put some things away off the farm, and that might help my frame rate issue, especially with everything going on up there now. And now that I overbought lime bags again, I actually never thought of checking the Quonset to see if we had any left over. I'm guessing we do. We'll find out here shortly. Only had like one bag, I think it looks like, but I think that's actually a seed bag as well, so. But we got quite a bit of stuff ahead of us for next month. We got corn that we'll be harvesting. I'm trying to figure out the best place to park this right now, so it's out of the way. We got corn we'll be harvesting. I'm planning to still do. Actually, we won't be able to do any grass because we're done for the season for silage. The only little bit of grass is right here, and I don't think it's going to be worth us doing. And yeah, we'll go around and lime everything since we got since I accidentally bought way too much lime. So we'll plan that towards the end of the season. And like I said, we're gonna turn that one field north, just north of us now. We're gonna turn that bean field into a grass field. And I should check and see here quick. Looks like we're doing pretty. Cattle are back up to 100% health since the calf's been born. Let's look at. Well, that'd be a nice cultivator for us to get. But we don't really have a tractor with 300 horse to pull that at the time. The one, where was I? Oh yeah, right, cattle. So like I said, we're gonna wait till they finish off all their hay before we give them any more TMR. So that's what we're waiting for there. And hopefully that price holds, but for the time till after we get them to calve, and then we'll sell those 5 Angus off, and I think that'll give us a pretty good chunk of money, a little over 15 grand, especially since we'll be hauling it in ourselves. So since we're gonna be done here, I'm not even gonna take time to wash these this year. We're just gonna put them away. We'll be fine this year. So I'll get that put away. I'll get the chopper put away, and that should help a little bit of this mess around here. But anyways, this is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe so you can stay up to date to the latest series. Above all else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.